Before we begin, remember that this video is for educational purposes only and isn't financial or real estate advice. Always consult licensed professionals. Let's break down a real estate topic that can save or cost you tens of thousands of dollars. Are you sitting on the sidelines waiting for rates to drop, or are you worried that if you don't buy now, you'll be priced out forever? 2025 is shaping up to be a unique year for real estate, and today we're breaking down the data-driven framework to help you decide if you should jump in or stay put. Alright, let's start with the real-world problem. Many people are waiting for a crash or a return to 3% interest rates, but the 2025 market has different plans. In 2025, we're seeing a shift away from the extreme volatility of previous years toward a more stable, albeit higher, rate environment. Waiting for rates to hit 3% again might mean waiting for a decade, which could cost you more in home price appreciation than you save in interest. It's better to budget for current rates and look at refinancing as a potential future bonus rather than a may potentially necessity. One of the biggest shifts in 2025 is that inventory is finally starting to creep up in many regions. This means you likely won't be forced into a take-it-or-leave-it situation within 24 hours of a listing going live. More inventory gives you the power to actually negotiate on repairs or closing costs, which was almost impossible 2 years ago. Home builders in 2025 are offering aggressive incentives like rate buy-downs to move their inventory. If existing homes are too expensive due to high seller expectations, a new build might actually be the cheaper path when you factor in the lower introductory interest rate. Just be sure to check the hidden costs like landscaping and window treatments that aren't included in the base price. The market matters, but your bank account matters more. Let's look at the specific 2025 benchmarks for being buy-ready. Lenders in 2025 are looking closely at your debt-to-income ratio because higher rates leave less room for error. A safe target is keeping your total housing payment under 30% of your gross income, even if the bank says they'll give you more. Remember, the bank doesn't care about your lifestyle or your ability to save for retirement, only you do. A common mistake in 2025 is spending every last dime on the down payment and closing costs. You should aim to have at least 1% to 2% of the home's value set aside in a liquid house emergency funds on day one. If the HVAC dies or a pipe bursts in the first month, you don't want to be putting those repairs on a high-interest credit card. With the slower price appreciation expected in 2025, buying a home you plan to sell in 2 years is a massive risk. Between closing costs to buy and commissions to sell, you could easily lose 10% of the home's value. Only buy in 2025 if you can realistically see yourself living there or renting it out profitably for at least 5 to 7 years. Quick reminder, real estate markets and mortgage programs vary by location, so always verify with local professionals. Waiting isn't free. There's a mathematical cost of waiting that many people ignore when they try to time the market. In some 2025 markets, renting is actually significantly cheaper than a mortgage payment on the same house. However, you have to factor in that rent likely increases 3–5% every year, while a fixed-rate mortgage stays the same. Use a break-even calculator to see if the equity you build over 5 years outweighs the initial monthly savings of renting. If you wait for rates to drop to 5%, you'll be competing with millions of other buyers who are doing the exact same thing. This surge in demand often causes home prices to spike, potentially wiping out any savings you gained from the lower interest rate. Buying when rates are slightly higher and competition is lower can actually be a strategic value play. Every month you wait is a month you aren't paying down your own principal. In the first few years, most of your payment goes to interest, but you're still building a small amount of equity and benefiting from any market appreciation. Waiting 2 years could mean missing out on $20,000 to $50,000 in total net worth growth, depending on your market. Because 2025 is a transition year, there are specific traps that can turn a dream home into a financial nightmare. With rising insurance and construction costs, many HOAs are underfunded. Before buying a condo or a townhouse in 2025, ask for the reserve studies and the last 2 years of board meeting minutes. Special assessments for a new roof could hit you with a $20,000 bill just months after you move in. In 2025, some areas are becoming nearly impossible to insure due to fire or flood risks. Always get an insurance quote during your inspection period, not the day before closing. If the premium is $500 a month instead of $150, it could completely break your budget and make the home impossible to resell later. Sellers who have been stuck in their homes for years may have skipped expensive maintenance. In 2025, look closely at the age of the big three: the roof, the HVAC system, and the water heater. If all three are over 15 years old, you're looking at $30,000 in near-term costs that should be negotiated off the purchase price. Let's bring it all together. Here's the step-by-step process for making your final decision. The saying, "marry the house, date the rates," is actually relevant in 2025. If you find a house that fits your life perfectly, but the rate is 6.5%, buy it if you can afford the payment now. You can always refinance if rates hit 5%, but you can't refinance the purchase price of the house if it goes up 10% while you wait. In 2025, emotions can still run high during negotiations. Before you even tour a home, calculate the maximum monthly payment you're comfortable with and stick to it. If the seller won't budge or a bidding war pushes the price past your limit, walk away. There will be another house, but there won't be another you if you're financially ruined. Don't just use the first agent you find on a portal. In 2025, you need a local expert who understands neighborhood-specific trends and a mortgage broker who can shop multiple lenders for the best deal. Ask potential agents how many houses they've closed in the last 6 months to ensure they're active in this specific market climate. The big idea for 2025 is that the best time to buy isn't when the market is perfect, but when you're ready. Focus on your debt-to-income ratio, your 5-year plan, and the specific condition of the property, rather than trying to time the national interest rate average. If this helped you feel more confident about your 2025 plans, like and subscribe for more practical guides that help you navigate the real estate world without the hype. Good luck with your search. Comment below with the real estate topic you want covered next. Thanks for watching. Remember, this is educational content only. Consult a licensed real estate agent or mortgage broker before making property decisions. Subscribe for more.